We are? I always ask that every time. Hi, everyone. I believe it's Ocyphius first. The divine. Don't you just love the moment of change? Constant. One idea, the moment changes right away to another idea. For someone's action, unexpected, that leads you into a new reality. That reality, being unknown, is what you need to seek, of course, to understand yourselves fully. For if you keep playing in the known, back and forth, what possibly can you understand about the unknown is what you are actually truly seeking. So in that, why would you ever want to stay in the known? For the known is played out, boring, empty. You can relive your emotional body through the known if you choose and keep playing that paradigm over and over again and say, wow, my life is a rut. It's a groove. I dare say it's boring. So where do you go to explore the unknown? Of course you go inside, because everything that is the unknown is inside of you. Everything you see, feel, touch is now known. Smell, hear is now known. Experience is now known. For the knowing gives you image, doesn't it? I know this. Look how grand I am. I stand on my piano and play it because I sing a song of the known, which gives me separation of identification. Because you need acceptance, because you were disregarded, weren't you? Were just considered an inconvenience at your one time, or maybe just in the way. Yes, it is the tragedy of humanity, the separation that we keep giving ourselves due to the paradigm, due to the separateness that you truly seek, only for image. Ponder on this. You must. For the unknown is what you truly seek, not the image. The image is a grand thing, isn't it? Go ahead. Let's all look at it. Look at that image that you all are. Come on. Let's look at everything about you. Go to the mirror and stare for a while if you choose. And what don't you like about your image? What do you like about your image? And is that liking of the image that you find so wonderful the actual cause of separation? Because that wonderful feeling gives you identification of self-worth, doesn't it? Because without that image, you feel like you're nobody. Being nobody in this world is a tragedy, because that is what we have given ourselves in the punishment-reward system you all have created for yourself. If you are nothing, you are punished. In punishment, there is a degrading. You want to succeed, and only success is defined by image to the reflection of the outside and the gratitude you receive from humanity. Your status, your jobs, your cars, your house, your position in your job, seeking to get another position, stepping on those people on the way up the corporate ladder, hoping never to fall down. That's the reward you seek, but until then, you are punished, aren't you? And whenever that image is shattered by your own self, You escape from it, don't you? You justify it and you find another means of attachment to give yourself peace inside of you. For you all are crying. All of you share the nighttime in private thought before you rest your head for the day's dreams to come. And in that you find sorrow, a small weeping inside of you, saying, where am I? Who am I? I have lost myself. And then you find some glimmer of hope that'll give you the idea that I can get up in the morning and continue this mediocrity. In relationship is where you exist. Seek the relationship and understand where you are in this world to yourself. There is nothing without relationship. If you live in a cave, no one knows you exist. You are a relationship. Your relationship to your outside. That is you telling you what you are in the world to yourself only. The world is just the tool. Everything is neutral until you give it meaning with your emotional body once again to the paradigm you have been taught by your beliefs. So relationship, I exist in relationship to you, to my wife, to my husband, to my children, to my coworkers, to my boss, to my computer, to my car, to my dress, to my image. That is my world, is it not? And you are dancing every day with the best of your ability based on your experience to conquer the day so you can go home and weep at night in your dreams, seeking the better answer that we all know that exists but are too afraid to go into the unknown to find it, because the unknown is scary. You are relationship. Let's talk about fear of the unknown. Let's look at it a little deeper. For too many people fear death. How? Let me ask you again. How can you truly fear death? At your younger ages, you are fearless of death. But the more you become aged, which you call aged, what do? You seek an understanding of death because you know it's around the corner according to your paradigm. But again, that is always choice. So fear of death triggers an inquiry about death. And then that fear is based on what you perceive as the unknown. Look at it deeper. How can that truly be unknown? Your fear is based on what? The known, isn't it? All of your fear is based on the known. Look at it deeply. Every single thought you have about fear is something to relate it to in relationship. Stay with me. Of that, do you see that you are fearing truly the known? So the answer to say is, I fear the unknown. The answer to say that is, I dare say, wrong. Wrong. But all my truths are truth, yes. But again, I'm my own perspective. Choose. So if you fear something that you do not know, if you are in observation and aware of your thoughts, those feared realities that you're creating in your mind on all the parallel universes you're going to live or not, probabilities, all of those parallel universes of fear are all related to the known. No one here can tell me that they understand death and forgetfulness. And when you understand death, guess what? You don't choose it. Do you? You don't have to because you understand it. Then you don't have to choose it. So you can't fear something that you do not know. What you are basing that fear on again is the known. In observation, do you really understand how much you base your entire life on the known? The relationship to your husband, the relationship to your wife, the relationship to the love of your life. Look how many fear triggers are present in that relationship. It is like when two people are dating. They madly fall in love with each other because they are truly being themselves. And then it seems when they get married, they have the paradigm that it cannot fail. That I must be attention driven to hold this marriage together. Because if it fails, I will disappoint. I will waste my money on the marriage. And if it fails, you do what? You create that fear of the failure. That fear changes you. And that's what created the relationship in the first place. You being you. And then you change that for fear of losing what dream that you had been put into your mind. To be married, to have a wonderful life and kids, to get by, but you'll have each other. But as soon as you commit to that, a lot of you change in that moment for fear of losing what you've gained. But you do not understand that what you have gained is because of what you were. And then you've changed what you were into what you think your partner needs and what your partner thinks you need. And you've changed yourself. And of course the friction comes about. Because no one's being truthful. You once again have donned your masks. The Ascension is all about understanding yourself. We've come here several times, over 455,000 years, with different ideas for all of you to understand and remember. But in this technological awareness, what you would call controlled civilization that we, as humans, have created, we can no longer offer certain ideas. For they will be stifled. We can't give you, let's say, the icing on the cake. Because that would trigger an event, several events, that would be counterproductive. So we have to rely on you to be aware. Awareness of truly what this is. Again, it's all choice. What is this? It's a choice to raise the human species. That's what you did. If you don't choose this as a belief, then don't, and go on your merry way. And if you choose to come back when you pass this plane, do so. We would love you to be here, for you've already accepted the challenge thousands of times. And in that shows your compassion, your love for humanity. So, dwell upon the idea that you are here to ascend the human species. For again, you all are already ascended. That's your creation, pardon me. You were created in ascension. You descended here to ascend the species. This personality, yourself. But if you look deeply into it and then understand you're here for human species ascension, you can separate yourself from that and say, oh, I am a human species. I'm here to ascend this, which is different from you. Your awareness of observation of that, giving you the freedom to see truly, once again, what you are. In that, can you not see the choices that are available to you? For if you're in the paradigm of thought, success, greed, fear, hunger, anxiety, if you're in that, your choices are so limited because you're only basing your choices on what you understand the reality of your knowledge to be. Your knowledge, again, being your experience that you're drawing upon, your book smarts, your interactions, your education that you would call the game of life, the life Hard knocks, I think they call it. So you base it all on that. And that gives you 5, 6, 7, 8 choices. That's not too fun. How about the unlimited choices? The resolve of being the separate you in observation and seeing once again your choices. And does not that choice bring up a fear, an anxiety? Or does it bring up joy? If that choice brings joy and happiness, follow it. Follow it. We've been watching all that are watching and understanding these messages. All of us are together in council with all of you that get these messages through this entity. We see that you understand it, but many of you get the resolution. In other words, many of you are observing yourself and getting a different choice, an unknown choice, not drawn upon the experience. And we are watching your choice at that point. You get the choice of joy, happiness, excitement. You get that. You are letting that in finally. But what do? As soon as you get it, you're excited. But then here comes the perceiving mind of BS, your belief systems. Your perceiving mind, your altered ego, whatever you choose to call it, that changes that into an excuse mechanism of why you shouldn't do that. Because that is the belief system that you are perpetuating through. The one, again, of social conscious acceptance. Fear, anxiety, all of those wonderful words. The separation of your intuitive mind and your logical mind and your emotional body hopping on the logical mind, causing all those beliefs. When your intuitive mind, your God stream that you just connected to, which you are always connected to, but I'm talking your conscious personality, saw that connection. But then the logic mind, with your emotions attached to that logic, you change it. You've gotten the joy, all of you. There are millions of us in council through all of the channelers, and we all discuss and see what's going on and see what we can do for the next parallel reality probability of you watching this, to see if we can encode words to give you the trust to step through that. So on your perceiving mind with the belief systems that you attach to your logical mind, your emotions, changes your entire paradigm when the intuition mind, your frontal lobe, so to speak, of creativity, your PowerPoint of now, is there, but you don't trust it yet. Your emotions are for to experience that which you create. In that experience of creativity, you get joy, you get ecstasy, you get happiness. That's why you have the emotions. We've created the downside of human emotions with negativity, because of the vibrational state of this 3D paradigm, and you've attached to it. So emotions, please love. Don't get angry at them, because anger is an emotion sustaining what? Anger. What you need to understand is when you get a joyous moment, experience that fully, knowing you deserve it, knowing it's allowed, knowing you can do that, and be joyous in that to the next moment. But when you catch yourself in observation, changing that emotional body to a paradigm of negativity, in other words, lowering your vibration, and then putting that belief as a authority, scary, changes your life. We are reiterating this because this is a wonderful idea to give yourself the power to control who you are, but not control as in you're constantly battling, because that term is like that, I control, I'm dominating. No. You control what you choose. You are the gamer. The gamer controls the game. So you can choose now, through your emotional body, to have the experience of joy and not the experience of logic telling you it doesn't fit, bringing up fear, anxiety, all the good stuff that you love to love and hate at the same time. Truly. So interesting. This is a wonderful ascension you've all chosen. And to get here at this time, to accept this incarnation at this timeline, is the bravest part of it all. It is bravery. Yes, in the past there were wars and slaves and atrocities that you truly don't remember. We have atrocities today, yes. But not in comparison to what was. But what's the difference between that and now? Because it's very difficult right now. Because you're bordering between happy, mediocre, settling, to the fear of truly ascending, calling yourself the God. And all the fears that bring up. It's a difficult time, but it is the most exciting time because the ascension is upon us. Each one of you raising your vibration, of course, changes the collective vibration. Yet, several thousand of you who are getting this through this channel and others are choosing not to raise your vibration outside of the paradigm of 3D conscious. You raise your vibration to a point, yes, but you need to break through and take that joyous step instead of fearing that. And that observation of the fear will show you how you can let go and continue on. It is going to be a choice. Kuniato shnoto kira. Kuniato kumata yika nautoshna. Shnoto. At this time, we would like to give you a blessing